Hello, I have no idea what to do with my hair, so there it hangs. I am updating on my progress on Eat, Pray, Love. I am a third of the way through. And for those of you who haven't read this book already, it is split up into three sections: the Eat part, the Pray part, and the Love part. I did not know this. Um, so it was news to me, and it's actually really interesting. The way that she structured this book, it's 108 mini stories about what she was doing in different places in the world. Um, and the 108 comes from this thing, these prayer beads, these Indian prayer beads. There are 108 beads on there. Except, of course, for the 109th bead that tells you when to stop, kind of like a rosary. I guess the rosary is actually taken from those kind of beads. Anyway, so I just read Italy. The stories are split up into 36 stories in each place. And they kind of tell a narrative, kind of are just journal entries. And I was talking to a girl in Starbucks about it, and she was like, "Oh, I found it to be very biographical," and it's autobiographical. The woman, the character in there, her name is Liz. Her name is Liz Gilbert. She changed only the names of other people, and it leads me to believe that this is legitimately what happened. Mostly her stories are based on things that she actually was thinking about and experiencing. And there's a guy walking outside. He's actually the contractor, and he's awesome. And I think he looks like a pirate. Anyway, so we're gonna fly with the assumption that this is purely autobiographical, and it reads like a journal. It reads like a journal that she would have kept while she was in Italy, and at the Italian section starts in September, and she stays there for 4 months: September, October, November, December, and then she goes home for Christmas, which is where we're at now. I don't know if she's going to address Christmas or if she's just going to move straight into India, which is where she goes next. But it's very interesting. I would give it a 10 out of 10 for structure. I would give it a 10 out of 10 for the idea. But it is really a lot like Under the Tuscan Sun. If anybody has ever read that book, I have not read the book. I have seen the movie about 3,000 times. But she goes to Italy on the tail of a divorce. And then she finds herself through food. And in Under the Tuscan Sun, she actually does have sex. In this one, she does not have sex. But because she decides to reject Rome. Whatever. Yes. So. This is why you don't wear tank tops on camera. Because it looks super awkward. I am learning a few things. I like some of her ideas. Mainly that she put on weight in Italy, which she literally did because she went there very skinny and thin and frail from going through this horrific divorce, and she experienced pleasure through eating. So she literally put on weight, but she also put on the psychic weight of understanding her surroundings and understanding herself through pleasure and herself through basically learning about pleasure on the backdrop of India, is how she puts it. But her book was purchased by the publisher before she even left for Italy, which is how she funded the trip. And it leaves me wondering if she pitched this book, the Eat, Pray, Love book, as it is, or if she pitched something else, because one of the journal entries says that she was so glad that all she has to worry about is eating and praying and reading and writing. So this may have been an unintentional self-help book. And I hate to say that it's a self-help book, but it kind of is. It feels like she's giving giving people permission to learn about themselves. So it's kind of a self-help book. Yeah. I'm one of those who writes in the margins, so I have written all over the margins in my handy dandy pencil. I'm interested to see how it goes. The girl in the coffee shop said she lost interest in Tibet, and I was not aware that this story went to Tibet, although it is near enough to India that maybe she did go to Tibet. Anyway, next up, India. After that, Indonesia, specifically Bali. Yeah. I will have more thoughts later.